Today I will be drawing a rough of a cartoon clown. Now I am drawing it in rough using simple shapes. I should really explain the shapes more, but once you get used to drawing things more, you tend to have it in your head as you're drawing. So I'm sort of imagining the circle as the head, the body as like another shape, and then I will put my guidelines in like this for the face and the body, so that I can get it all down as quickly as possible. Now the reason I do this is because although I keep bashing away at teaching myself digital drawing, because my memory is so bad, it is easier for me just to draw onto paper than to attempt to try to remember where everything is in these digital software programs, even my beloved Sketchbook Pro, which I'm always raving about, and I find that one is the easiest of them all. But even that gives me brain freezes at times. I've been sort of going along, so it is quicker for me to just get the rough outline down, and then I will scan it in and then work in layers in Sketchbook to redraw, to improve anything that I need to do, because what I am drawing the clown for is for one of my personalised cartoon mugs that I do on my online store. I print digitally, and so it is the images are better than trying to get a scan in and print it onto the mug. It's better to have it done digitally. Sometimes I will try, sometimes when I'm feeling confident about starting something and just drawing it digitally. And then days like this when I don't feel so confident and know my head is going to go to mash, I will do it first on pencil. So imagine this would be the first layer that I'd created in digital, and then I would improve from there on. Now, as you can see, even with the pencil drawing, I am really going to town on the clown cliches. The big feet, the huge pantaloons, but all the time I'm sort of thinking about how things should be sitting. Like, although I'm cartooning, I am trying to keep it this side of reality, like the elbows, sort of halfway down the chest, where the elbows would go, so that the bottom part of the arm, if you flop them down instead of up like I've drawn them, would be hitting more or less just around the hip, a bit like, about the groin area at the side of the guard, side of your leg. So although it's a cartoon, I do try to be a bit accurate. But as you can see from this, it's just very simple shapes I'm using, same as if you look at any of my drawings, cartoon drawings on my blog. They are all based on drawing from simple shapes. Now the hands I am having a bit of a problem with, and what I should be doing, and I will in a moment, is stand in front of a mirror and see how my hands are positioned. I will pose so that I can get it in my head how them hands should go. A lot of people, and same as me, I've often done it, drawn the thumbs to the other side of the hand. Mistakes happen, it does not matter. All that matters is that you're drawing, and the more you practice, the better you will get at it. That's my theory, that's what I'm working on. Anyway, I better stop talking before my voice conks out. Oh my god, the more I look at this clown as I'm drawing it, the more it's just like a walking cliche. But it gets the point across for when it goes onto my shop what it's meant to represent. It is a lot cheaper doing this than having to fork out for clip art. I would rather do my own clip art. Thank you very much. Sometimes some of the photo companies that sell the images that you would need can be bloody expensive, so it is easier to draw them yourself. And if you use shapes, you will get there. If you start off with just simple shapes and then just keep adding, this will not look anything like this probably by the time I have redrawn, improved, messed about with it in Sketchbook Pro. Now that pen that I am inking with is the latest one that I've gone on my non-stop attempt to find the ultimate cartooning pen. There's not a great choice in the UK, so I have got a bit of a passion for trying out different types. The Tombow is okay, but again it is not for me because, as you can see, this is a 2-nib pen, one at each end of it. The brush part is too soft for my clumsy, heavy-handed hands these days, so I tend to have to use the other end of it, as you can see, but I find that a bit too thick as well, so I'm just bloody awkward. But I do seem to get along quite well with zig pens, so I can get very thin lines, but I am a great believer in thick and thin lines, whether I'm trying to draw my caricatures or drawing cartoons. I absolutely love thick and thin lines on my drawings. So when I get it into Sketchbook, I will use the inking pen. There's a fantastic tool. That's Sketchbook I've got. But everyone to their own choice. Still happy with these hands, so I will change them, I think, before the final image is created. I think I must have had a bit of a brain freeze when I was working them out in my head. Oh, there we go again. If you can't try a cliche in cartooning, when can you try one? Yes, I'm quite happy that is for a first rough. I will be able to improve on that when I turn it in digital. And same if you don't do digital but you want to improve, you can always trace it. I mean, I have a light box. I often redraw onto my light box. I think they're great and they're not as expensive as they used to be. Anyway, thank you for watching. See more, visit my cartoon and caricature blog, practice blog, and see you next time. Goodbye. Oh, and do all the things you're meant to do and you're meant to ask